All right, so we got week 9 this week. Last week was pretty interesting. It was rivalry week, so we had a couple of close calls. Standings have been the standings are now even closer that they've been before, which is kind of crazy to think. All right, I've had actually, I'm going to read this real quick. This is because people keep asking about keepers, so I might as well just fucking say it right now. I actually have it all written down. All right, so keepers. The keeper that you pick. So going into next year, you can keep someone. I think we have a lot of. I think everyone will be back in this league next year, which is why we haven't been able to do it. So keepers, the keeper that you pick will be taken in the round that you drafted them in this draft. So examples would be if Andrew kept Josh Allen, he would be his 5th round pick next year. If Justin kept Chubb, that'd be his 3rd pick next year. If I kept Barkley, that's my 2nd pick next year. Which is also why it's very strategic when you pick people and when you pick people. Because Justin actually he had a back-to-back, picked Zeke the last pick of the 2nd round, picked Chubb the 3rd pick with the 1st round of the 3rd. Oh my God. The 3rd pick. Nope. The 1st pick of the 3rd round. Oh my God. All right. So the 1st pick of the 3rd round, which means if Justin, let's say, were to win the league, he would keep Nick Chubb as. Hold on, I got to think again. Yeah, he'd be his 3rd round pick. Right? Oh, no, I got it. So it would benefit Justin because it would be his last pick of the 3rd round because he'd have a snake because he'd have the last pick. So that would benefit him. Same with Brett. If Brett won, he could keep Kupp as the last pick of the 1st round. That's why if you win, you want to have the last pick. It benefits you more than to have the 1st just because of how the snake goes. So a player that was claimed off waivers will be used. I haven't really decided. I was thinking like 17th round maybe. We'll either do last round or 17th round. It's really not going to matter. I know Evan picked up Ridley, so if he was to keep Ridley, it'd be like literally the 17th round or lower. Like that's how we would just go with it. So players that have been traded during the season can be used as keepers, but they will be picked in the round that their previous owner selected them. So that just makes it easier. Players that were drafted but then dropped to waivers will still be drafted where they had been picked the year before. And just so the draft order will go by standing. The 4 teams that do not make the playoffs will have the top 4 picks. It'll be based off of the regular season just because consolation doesn't really matter. The winner will have the last pick, as it does benefit them more to have the last pick, especially looking at the board, with Brett being able to keep Kupp the last pick of the 1st round. Justin would have Chubb the last pick of the 3rd round. Those just popped to my mind because I don't know who Gallego would pick. If Gallego won, he could keep Henry as the last pick of the 1st round too. So that's why it benefits to have a lower pick if you win. So just use the keeper wisely. Okay, so standings. Brett's still in 1st. We do have a tie. Well, actually, 1 to 5 have the same record. Obviously, Brett has the most points right now. It's open. I'd say not really for me, but everyone else, it's open. Yeah. That's kind of it for me. I don't really have anything. So last week, let's take a look. I played Andrew, so I lost by 10. Cousins was a great pickup. He had a rushing touchdown. Dude, the Raiders are so bad. Like, I don't know. New Orleans is also pretty good at home, but it's just like they couldn't even move the ball. I think McDaniels will get fired after this year. So Godwin, he's been pretty consistent. He's sitting at his 13, 12 targets a game. McKenzie actually hasn't been that bad. Saquon, didn't hit his projections, still scored. Did what he, wouldn't say did what he needed to do, but most of it, I mean, it was a high scoring game. The Dolphins were playing from behind. I like Dulcich. He was just kind of like a filler for the week. Nick Folk had 21. It's just how it's been going. Dallas's defense has been good. I think they have the most points for defenses. But Andrew, Allen, I don't think I've seen Allen under 20 this year. Nope. So that was my chance. Jefferson was under, Smith was under, but DJ Moore had that fucking Hail Mary touchdown. You take that Hail Mary touchdown away, I think I win, actually. I think he got 11 points off of that. Are you fucking kidding? Swift didn't practice today. He did score, though. The Rams are in shambles. Evan Ingram was a good pickup. He has a good target share. Really, like, Foreman. This dude, like, this is what I mean about people fucking going off every time I play them. There is someone that shouldn't be doing that, but does it. So let's see who else. McPherson had one. I couldn't believe that. Diablo. Roquan just got traded to the Ravens, so that's going to be interesting. Lazard was out, but Andrew wins by 10. Wow, and then we have the close match between Ethan and Nihil, 1 point difference. And we can already see, all he had to do was probably start Rodgers. Yep. Oh man. I mean, I don't really understand the move because I know Buffalo's defense is good, but Rodgers was gonna play from behind the whole game. Yeah, Carr, I don't even think they got the ball past the 50 until the 2-minute warning. Boyd, 11, he's going to do his job with Chase out. A.J. Brown, fucking monster. 3 touchdowns. I think they were all in the first half, honestly. Diggs doing his thing. Stevenson's doing his thing, and I feel like he didn't even have like that great of a game, but he had another 7 catches, so Gibson, 20 points. That's pretty big. 7 catches. Hawkinson's on the move to Minnesota. I think he might be better there. Metcalf had 15. Philly's defense had 20. Actually, they're going to be up there too. But Nihil, let's see. Burrow had 15. CD went over. Waddle, a big game from Waddle. McCaffrey. Rushing, passing, receiving touchdown. That's nuts. ETN, RB1 in Jacksonville. No Robinson. Goddard. Goddard's pretty consistent at that 10-11 mark. And the Pats defense had 11. 1 point difference. So, yeah, cliffhanger for sure. And then you look at Nihil's bench. Kareem Hunt went over. Myers had 20. Prescott had 26. So, he's got a lot of depth. Ethan had Najee. Khalil Herbert had 15. I don't know. maybe a couple of these moves could have won it, but so McGill beat Mirando. Mirando just, I think he threw the week. Honestly, I don't even know. 3 empty slots. Not that I probably wouldn't have won him the week, but kind of odd. Brady, like, he's second in the league in passing yards, but I don't know what the problem is in the red zone. They just can't figure it out. They also have no run game. O-line's pretty banged up, so that's definitely something to take away. Evans and Godwin still get their targets. I mean, Evans still had 6 for 123. I think he had, 15 targets, 11, 15 the game before. Lockett, Miguel Lockett was definitely a steal in that trade, I would say, besides last week, maybe. Oh, no, the week before. I don't think the trade was as bad as you think, McGill. But Brady, I think, kind of. If Brady played like he did last year, not that I wouldn't have traded him at that point, but you definitely would have won the trade. But I feel like some of our players are just being really inconsistent that we traded. But you're 5-3, so I don't think you got scammed. I just think at that point I may have sold Lockett a little too early. But it just came down to the quarterback play. I had a plan to get Herbert, so I just took it. So Ayuk has been pretty good. Debo was out. I think even with Debo back, he's still going to be pretty good. Damian Pierce is a really good pick this year. Melvin Gordon had a touchdown. Hey, Pitts had 16. I think that's his career high. I'm not even kidding. I mean, he literally is like Hernandez. Like, this guy is a wide receiver, and they don't fricking use him. Like, this, he could be doing this every week, which is sad. Cooks, I actually thought Cooks was going to get traded, but he didn't. Bass had 11. Your defense did really good. Brown 10, Mosley 13, Warner 12. Mirando, yeah, well, I guess, yeah, I actually had Mahomes and Kelsey on a bye. So, D-Hop, Jesus Christ. My God. 27 targets in 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Hopkins looking really good right now. Bateman didn't play. Says he'll be out for a few weeks. Samuel, I don't know. Seems like with Heineke, McLaurin's kind of back to his old self, and Samuel is the favorite of Wentz, I guess. Dalvin Cook, he's still going. It's actually kind of flown under the radar a little bit, I think. Latavius Murray at 12, Schultz at 10, A-Rob at 8. But, I mean, he didn't really have much else. Dubes at 14. Kelsey and Mahomes on a bye. Mike Williams is out. I don't know why you have this K. Williams guy. Why wouldn't you just... Dude, like... Never mind. I'm not even going to say anything. So Japes beat Evan by 10. This was actually a good match. Lamar at 21. Olave sold me in a couple bets. Kind of pissed about that. Let's see. Kamara. 39. Jesus. Yeah, Jacobs is a killer. Just because of how fucking bad Carr was. They couldn't get anything going. And once they fall behind, like, it's tough to run the ball. Sanders at 13. But, I mean, looking at this, it was really Kamara that kept you in it. 28 from Hurts. I think right now the MVP is between him and Allen. I think ultimately Allen might get it just because of his name. But Philly was to go undefeated. I mean, I wouldn't really dispute it if he won it. Their schedule is pretty weak. Like, it's actually doable. McLaurin at 12. Pickens had a goose egg. I don't know. Pittsburgh's kind of unpredictable. Claypool being traded probably opens that up, I would say, though. Rondale at 20. Chubb at 25. Chubb's a machine. Taylor, not looking like he was the first round. I mean, after week 1, we were saying, oh, yeah, I mean, he was the number 1 pick, but just keeps getting hurt, which is kind of weird because I don't see him as that kind of player, the way he's built. Taysom had 7. Mixon had 11. Myers had 11. Myers is pretty good. Eddie Jackson's been a machine. I've been keeping an eye on him. Micah's a machine. He had a touchdown. Did he really? Yeah, he did. Harrison Smith. Yeah, safeties are definitely really good. Evan Jamal on the bench. I mean, Swift did play, but Garrett Wilson 13. Claypool 11. Madison 10. Michael Thomas is still out. Which leaves us with Gallego and Brett. Gallego 215. Yep. Tua, I like Tua. That was the move in Detroit where the games always seem to be high scoring somehow. Break 25. I mean, he's on pace to like break some records, I'm pretty sure. 12 catches. Mari Cooper had a big game. Judy had a big game, so really, really good. Like, look at this. Holy shit. Henry 35, Aaron Jones 19. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, even Kittle had a touchdown. Like, wow. That's pretty fucked. Michael Carter had 8. Tennessee had 12. Justin Simmons had 8. Duvernay at 20. I mean, my guy, you're like sleeping on Duvernay. I keep seeing him on the bench. It's pissing me off. But I mean, the production that you've had this last week, that's pretty insane. Tyler at 26. Amon-Ra, I mean, yeah, I mean, after those first 2 weeks, I know injuries have derailed him a little bit, but Cup 20, I know ankle, was it? He didn't practice, but I think they said he should be good to go maybe. Gabe Davis is do or die, big game or no big game. I really haven't seen a middle from him. Fournette, they cannot run the ball. I don't know what it is. I know he had a rushing touchdown, but they just cannot run the ball. Walker was a really good pickup. I know Andrews got hurt. Tony Pollard, 33. I mean, that guy's literally proven that he is way, way ahead of Zeke. Like, he's got the speed and everything. Carlson at 0. I mean, they couldn't score. But Pete Werner and TJ Edwards, pretty good. Give me Zach Ertz. I want Zach Ertz. But that's wrapping up that week 8, I think. Yep. So transactions, what do we got? Let's see. So Gallego went KC defense this week. I think they're playing Tennessee. Japes went with Deion Jackson. If Taylor's going to be out, Hines got traded. Could be a really good pickup. Isaiah Likely could be a really good pickup if Andrews is out. I mean, he had 17 last week. I just picked up Odell for the hell of it. I saw a couple things that he could be signed or that he had offers, but let's see. I was actually surprised that I got most of the people that I put in. I like Hardman too. I needed a tight end this week, so I picked up Knox. Haven't picked up Ridley. I know he's off the year. He just got traded to Jacksonville. Could be a keeper. I don't know. Been a fan of Minnesota's defense, actually. They've been doing pretty good last 2 weeks. Playing Washington, so. But, all right, let's get into this week. I'm playing Mirando. I have an empty D-line spot because I don't know who to drop or what I'm going to do yet. Might be Renfro. I mean, he's just fucking ass this year. I mean, I just got him in that trade because I needed an extra spot, but he has been dog shit. So, yeah, probably going to drop Renfro. Herb and Allen are playing Atlanta. I love the matchup. Those two. I know I'm playing Mirando, but I mean, Mike Williams. Yeah, actually, never mind. If I wasn't playing Mirando, I wish Mike Williams was playing. Adams has got a good matchup. I know they said he was out because he was sick or something. Yeah, limited. Godwin, attention's going to be on Evans with Ramsey. So Mostert, I love Mostert's matchup playing Chicago. They got a really bad run defense. It's been shown, I guess. And then they got 3 Buffalo players. I don't expect a lot from any of them. So they play on probably top 2 offense between them and Philly right now. So here's what it is with Saquon on the bye. Yeah, I just have to add a D lineman in. But Mirando's got Mahomes home against Tennessee. That should be a good one. Hopkins is playing Seattle. Seattle's been kind of weird. I think it's actually they play good at home, but I think this is in Arizona. But Hopkins projected 18 is kind of nuts. Just for his 3rd game back. I know that he's gone way over. I'm just surprised that the projection's already that high. Dubes and Samuel, I don't really know what to expect from them. If Lazard's out, Dubes definitely a good play this week. Dalvin Cook, I like Dalvin Cook. AJ Dillon could be a good play. Actually, I don't know because Aaron Jones did really well last week. Kelsey, best tight end. A-Rob, I mean, Tampa secondary is not really that great, so this would probably be the game he goes off. Would not be surprised one bit. Yeah, you don't have much else down there, so yeah, going with Mirando. It's kind of hard to pick me with the way my team's been playing in Barkley on a bye, so yep. Oh, hold on. I already see it. Jape Singaliga will be the matchup of the week right now, based on standings. Andrew and Evan are playing. Allen's got a really good matchup against the Jets. Same with Jefferson. DJ Moore, I mean, I guess he plays good with PJ Walker, so he might be back to somewhat of his old self. Devontae Smith is hit or miss each week. Swift didn't practice today. Yeah, he's been looking iffy. James Conner is a bum. He's not good. Foreman could be a wagon. I like Evan Ingram against the Raiders. Buffalo against the Jets. To see if Lazard's playing. Oh, so you got Algier. All right, Evan's got Lamar. Monday Night Football in the Superdome. Pittman against the Pats. Olave against Baltimore. I like Kamara. I mean, Dalton just dumps the ball down to him. Like, he's getting 7 catches a game, I think. Jacobs also got a good matchup. Waller's kind of been gross this year. Yeah, yucky. He was limited. Miles Sanders is playing Houston. I like that matchup. That's a good matchup for him. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. Tucker, let's see. I mean, this is going to be close, I think. I mean, if Swift doesn't play and Jamal goes in for Evan, I don't know if he would put him in. Oh, man. I'm going with Evan. I just don't trust Andrew's running backs. I trust his top 2. I don't trust his running backs. So I'm going with Evan, even though I really am not a fan of Pittman this week. Ethan and McGill play. I oddly like Rodgers this week. I like his receivers this week. AJ Brown could have a game. Diggs might also have a game. Stevenson, I know Harrison practiced because he was sick today. McGill's got Brady against the Rams. He's got Evans. Why is Evans questionable? Limited. Lockett against Arizona. It's a team that he loves playing. Juju's been turning it on. So Pierce is playing. I don't know if that's a great matchup. Eckler's back. Eckler's a monster. I'm going to go with Ethan in this one. I'm going with Ethan in this pick. So then we have Japes and Gallego. Love Hurts this week. We'll see if Terry can continue his streak with Heineke against Minnesota. Rindale Moore could be a sneaky play this week. We'll see how much of the playbook Claypool knows. I know he'll be a instant target for Fields for sure. It doesn't look like Taylor's playing. Didn't practice today. I don't know yet about him. Mixon's played Carolina. That's a good matchup. Taysom Hill, yeah, he is hit or miss, but if he hits, it's going to be a big one. So Jason Myers has been a good pick. And I like Jeep's safeties. He has a D-line slot open. And well, you've got a lot of defensive people on your bench. Okay, you guys have a lot of buys this week. Let's see what you guys do to fill in some of these slots. This is going to be interesting. Glego's got Tua and Reek against Chicago. Yeah, that's a good one. I actually think that might be a shootout too, honestly. I like Duvernay. Still got Aaron Jones and Henry. if they just give the ball to Henry against Kansas City, they're not that good against the run. I mean, literally Singletary showed that. You just got to fill these spots. I'm gonna go with Gallego. I just like the way Hill's been playing. Aaron Jones, if he plays like last week, and then Henry. That's just what I like. I don't know if Taylor's going to play, so I'm not really sure. That leaves us with Nihil and Brett. So Nihil, I like. All right, so it's in Cincinnati. I like Burrow this week. Should bounce back, I would think, after his embarrassing performance versus the Browns. Let's see who else. Love Waddle, like T. Higgins. Starting Myers, I respect it. I love Myers. He gets a lot of targets. Etienne's going to be RB1 against the Raiders. Do you have any buys? Oh, shit. Caffrey, CD. Oh, damn. Brett's got Pollard on a buy. CEH is going to have to go in. He's kind of slumped a little bit. DeAndre Carter could be a good pickup. Right, DeAndre? Yeah. Brett Kyler against Seattle. I like that. St. Brown should get Jair. Maybe not because he's in the slot. Cup against Tampa Bay. This is the team that he loves to play against, as we all know. Kirk against the Raiders, I like. So you're going Kirk over Gabe this week. So I see that. Fournette, I don't know. They just cannot run the ball. He's the only way he makes an impact is if he catches 7 passes a game. I like Walker. Mark Andrews, if he's healthy, is always going to be a good play. Montgomery, I don't know. Herbert's kind of been playing really well. So I'm kind of curious to see if Brett keeps Monty in or if he goes with like Ertz or Gabe. I'm going to go with Brett, though, overall. Especially if Cup plays. I mean, Tampa Bay, their secondary is awful. So that's going to wrap that up. Just go over just some points. Got Josh Allen. Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes, Hurts, Kyler, Mariota. What the fuck? Trev. Damn. So Cup, Diggs, Tyreek might be ahead now. Jettis, Jamar, Waddle, Brown, Cooper, Adams. Yeah, Eckler's a beast, dude. Eckler, Chum, McCaffrey, Saquon. So these 3 are on a buy. That's pretty big. Henry, Jacob, Stevenson sneaking up. Damn. Yep. Top 3 doesn't surprise me one bit. Dallas, baby. Let's go. Let's ride, Dallas. Actually, who's the top kicker? Tucker. Andy Jackson. Hufanga, Wilson. A lot of buys this week for people. Mad Max, Beast. Then Roquan, Alucon, Mosley, Zaire, Franklin, Jordan Brooks. Yep. So that's gonna do it. Standings should probably get even more interesting, honestly, this week. So good luck, and we'll see if we have a new claim to the top spot after this week.